Welcome to Swarf and Chips. This week we've got a takeover show with First Machine Tool Accessories. This is what's coming up in the show, and Paul and I are joined by the sales manager, Giovanni Albanese. Welcome to the show, Giovanni.
Thank you, Lindsay. Thanks for having me. Good morning. Thanks, Paul.
Yep. No pressure, Giovanni, but I'm going to ask you to describe the company in just 1 minute.
I'll try my best. At First MTA, we supply innovative work holding products. We don't see ourselves just as supplying products in a box. We see ourselves as solution providers. Machine tools have evolved significantly over the years, and we believe it's absolutely key that the work holding continues to evolve with the machine tools, so that the machine tools can be used to their full capabilities, faster feeds and speeds, eliminating vibration, utilising the machine envelope. At First MTA, we also have a dedicated team of professionals, sales coordinators, technical sales, CAD designers, service engineers. So with all of our products, they're very well backed up with service and support.
So we'll come on to a little bit about the staff and the backup in just a moment, but I've got to say, as a bit of a compliment, I mean, I've met you many a times at the shows, and what I really, really like about the company is your presence in the industry. You're at open houses, aren't you? You're at the individual open houses, but also the big shows as well. So you've got a really good presence in the industry, don't you?
Yes, yes.
And he's most importantly on MTD.
There you go, and that too.
Well, that's the main thing.
So it's a really big umbrella. What are your main product lines?
Well, starting with Kitagawa, which is our own product. So Kitagawa is a Japanese company, renowned for its Kitagawa chucks predominantly, but Kitagawa supply full chucking packages for the lathes. So starting with the cylinders, the draw tube connectors, chucks, collet chucks, jaws. We have a manufacturing facility in Scotland that manufacture the jaws and the collet chucks and the draw tubes. But Kitagawa also supply Kitagawa 4th and 5th axis rotary table for the milling machines, Kitagawa vices, and Kitagawa are the only company in the world that supply Kitagawa rotary tables and chucks and cylinders as a package that can be incorporated into one package.
When you say you manufacture, though, just again give us an idea of what is actually manufactured in that factory.
So we manufacture the KSJ soft jaws predominantly, which Kitagawa stands for Kitagawa soft jaws, for all of our standard chucks, for all of our B range chucks and BB chucks. We also manufacture our Dell collet chucks. DEL stands for Dumb Beef Engineering Limited. So we do have manufacturing, and the draw tubes obviously that connect the cylinder and the chuck. So that's predominantly what we are manufacturing so far. In the UK. We're
going to have a look in a moment at the Chick brand of vices as well, but before then, Iemca's a big brand of yours as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive. Iemca is probably, well, I think it is the market leader in bar feeders. It's the largest bar feeder manufacturer in the world, and they're continually evolving their products through innovation and design, and we're going to be at the Iemca Open House very shortly.
And with the Iemca, what sizes of bar feeds do they do? I mean, the bar feed market in the UK, it's massive, isn't it? I mean, every turn, or most of turning centres or sliding head lathes use a bar feed, so it's a big market. What's the scope of the Iemca range? Well,
we start off at a 1.5 metre length, which is the Kid 80. Then the long bar feeders are predominantly 3 metre length bar feeders, but we can go up to 6 metre in length. But that's more if you were doing tube work, for example, so that there's not as much weight. So we've got a very large range, and they're all application specific. And something that maybe we can touch on maybe when we are at Iemca is the full range is application specific. So we always recommend a long bar feeder if it's higher volume work and you have got the floor space, so you can get that return of investment. The bar feeders are designed ergonomically. They have been designed with a single beam, rigid to give more rigidity. They're always looking at ways to improve them and to speed them up and to make them faster.
This is a point on the bar feeds. In the UK market, pretty much most factories you go in that have a bar feed, I'd say around 80% are short bar magazines, aren't they?
Yeah.
And I know that this is a big thing with Iemca, trying to educate engineers to look beyond the short bar magazine and think about going for the 3 metre bar feed. You get less remnant. I know there's you've got to be able to have the floor space, but there's productivity gains, isn't there, for going for a bigger bar feed?
It's absolutely gigantic. You're absolutely spot on with that. I mean, obviously, like you say, there's only one remnant. You've got the remnant retract. You're not pushing out the remnant through your spindle and into the machine. But you're also saving an operation chopping bar up. You can run lights out. You could even, if you're doing family of parts, you could, depending on some of this new, depending on what machine it's going into, you could run family of parts out of one bar. The new technology now, you haven't got to keep changing guide channels for changeovers. We can supply whoever requires it a return of investment spreadsheet where you can actually put your facts and figures into it. And although, yes, the initial investment is significantly higher, you will get a very quick return of investment. And once it's been paid for effectively, it's just making you money then.
So before we go on to the chick vices, can you give us a little bit, I know there's so many brands, but can you give us a bit of a lowdown on some of the brands that, you know, First MTA represent? Yeah,
we're UK agents for many brands. Well, we're UK agents for 14 brands in total worldwide. I'll touch on a few more brands. We're UK agents for Abbott Work Holding. They supply, well known for Abbott pie jaws predominantly. They have their own aluminium foundry in America. And they sell the full wraparound pie jaws, but also tooling columns from Tensorloy, which the big advantages of having aluminium tooling columns, vibration dampening, touching on vibration again, which is a big killer of tools, but also very machinable and corrosion resistant. We also UK agents for Leave Work Holding, and they supply pretty much everything that you would need to manufacture your own jigs and fixtures. So auxiliary parts, clamping parts, support parts, etc. And they also do columns as well. They've got a very large portfolio, large range.
Is Darex as well?
Yes, another American company. They supply drill sharpeners. So we've got the V391, XT3000 and XPS16 CNC drill sharpener. This is the V391 is the introductory model for low volume drill consumption, XT3000 industrial product for high drill consumption, and then the XPS16 and the CNC drill sharpener for very high drill consumption. And these can replicate the drill geometries perfectly of all the big name drills. Interesting one. How popular are they? How many machine shops have one of those? Very popular, believe it or not. Yes. I mean, the best seller is the XT3000, the middle of the range unit, if you like. But yeah, there's a hell of a lot of Darex units out on the field, and they can save a lot of. I mean,
fully automated, drilling, sharpened out.
Yeah. Well, not automated. The XT3000 is a manual product. The XPS16 is a CNC product. Okay. But it still needs to be programmed and manually loaded.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, big market for it really, and I mean, saving money is like earning money, and some of these drills now are quite expensive, especially the return investment in the carbide drills. It's you can save quite a lot of money and soon get very fast. Again, touching on return of investments, but you can get a very quick return of investment for the right application.
The demo's just a couple of moments away. Two more brands, Best and WellGuard.
Best are centric grippers, so it's a German company, and we supply centric grippers, manual, hydraulic and pneumatic. So we've got a very broad range of centric grippers for fifth axis machining, and we also have other products such as Chick, which we'll be moving on to, that can lend itself to fifth axis machining also, so they're all application specific. WellGuard is a coolant saver. The company's from Denmark. It started about 4 years ago, and basically what the WellGuard unit does, if you've got swarf conveyors and if you're cutting aluminium and plastics predominantly, you'll see a big saving because it will take the coolant into the swarf bin with it basically. And what the WellGuard does, it just plumbs into the pipework of the machine. It works off a Venturi, which the Venturi's been around a long time, I know. And the coolant flow creates the Venturi. You have another pipe with a vacuum that sits at the bottom of the swarf bin. So as it utilises the power of the machine, the pump, and it's replenishing the coolant from the swarf bin and putting it back into the machine. So saving on coolant. costs, maintenance. So I think it's a fantastic product. We're proud to be part of it, really.
I don't know how you know all of the information on all of the brands. Gosh, you must sleep well at night.
Not really.
Okay. All right, let's go on to the Chick Vices then. Let's do some demos.
Right. This is where he messes it up now.
Yeah.
I'll start with the ONE-LOK, because the ONE-LOK is for low volume work. So the ONE-LOK's been designed and it's evolved from 1960 technology. And it's been designed predominantly for low volume work, batches under 20. And that's where you'll see the greater gains. And I'll show you how it's changed and evolved. So as with 1960 technology, you would have to wind the moving jaw from fully closed to fully open, which takes time. So with low volume work, setups are where you're looking to save money. So now with this system here, you're fully open, you're in op 1. Op 2 within seconds. So now with this system it's working on a rack system, so it saves a lot of setup time. Also it's fully sealed, so there's no swarf trap. And also you can rest components directly onto the base of the vice. With some of the older technology there'd be a gap, the lead screws exposed. Longevity, you know, there's better longevity with this unit now, with everything being enclosed. You've got 8 inches internally holding capacity, but you can also hold 17 inches with outboard jaws. You can have a fully adjustable telescopic work stop that fits either side of the fixed jaws. From op 1 work, hard jaws come with the unit, and you can get hardened step jaws. But then when you come in to do op 2 work, so you can do your roughing out in your hard jaws, the jaws come out within seconds. So old traditional vice, you'd have had to screw out 2 cap heads and they don't repeat. With this system here, it's just an Allen key and an anvil and a pin that you can't really see. But there's a pin for the jaw location with a spring-loaded ball bearing to pull it to one side. And then you can put moving soft jaws in, which repeat within microns. And can be kept in a kit box, so if you've got low volume work that repeats every month, they're effectively your fixture then, and you're into op 2 within seconds. So it can save a lot of setup times. I mean, a lot of aerospace companies do low volume work that repeat every month, for example. It just saves a lot of time and makes it a lot easier for them.
Well, I don't think that was a failure at all, do you, Paul?
Certainly not. Absolutely superb.
Thank you.
Right.
Whether it's down to how good you were or actually how easy that product is to use, either way, it doesn't matter. What a remarkable piece of kit that is. The mechanism, you say, how does the mechanism work on when you're moving it manually from the back to the front?
So it's
just on a sliding.
Yeah, it's on the slide, quick slidable system with the rack system at the bottom. So it's just quick change handles, and just the buttons come in and just it slides.
And do they come in various sizes, widths, or is it just one size that we see there?
Well, you've touched on something there, Paul. At the minute, this is the ONE-LOK 1, and it's a fantastic product, as you can see, but they're already looking at, and it should be with us shortly, the ONE-LOK Mark II. And watch this space, there may be...
So has it been around long?
Yeah, it's been around. Chick has evolved over the years. It started with E system, M system. Now we're on to System 5, the dual station. Quick lock, which I'm about to show you now, but it's a whole system really with the multi-locks as well.
Before we do go on to this, I just want to ask, what about things like clamping forces, locating that onto the bed of the machine? What's the deal with those two? Yeah.
With clamping forces with the ONE-LOK, you have around 4 ton maximum clamping force. Which
is it a pull down motion?
It's with the ONE-LOK, it's not pull down, but there's no jaw deflection on the fixed jaw, so it keeps the components square to the spindle, so more accurate parts, and eliminates vibration. With old technology, you could get a lot of jaw deflection. Not only is the jaw deflecting, but you're moving the datum point, because usually when milling on a 3-axis machine on a single station vice, you'd set the Y datum at the back of the fixed jaw. So if you're getting jaw deflection on that fixed jaw and you've got different inputs, forces being applied, the datum point can move. So more accurate parts, less vibration.
So can you hold on like 1 millimetres, 2 millimetres on a part on this vice?
Yeah, especially with System 5, yes, depends on the part, and it depends on how far the part's sticking out, obviously. You can incorporate chick serrated grippers into the soft jaws, and then hold on as little as 1 mil, but you need to obviously be sensible. With chick System 5, the dual station, exactly the same. I've had a customer recently that's doing a part holding on 1 millimetre.
Lindsay's going to demo this one.
Yeah, I'm going to demo this. No, I'm not. Your turn.
Do you want me to show you the... Yeah. Well, the quick locks, dual station units, they come in 6 different sizes. So this is to accommodate for different size components, different size machine tool envelopes. We do the quick locks, but we also do the multi-locks for the horizontal machines that we can see here. So the reason for having dual station is so you can present more components to the spindle. So the ONE-LOK is for low volume work, System 5 is for higher volume work. As standard, the quick locks will come with dual station jaw setup. So you can do up 1 and up 2 or 2 up 1s. The jaws will come in as a blank canvas, so you'll manufacture the jaws to suit your components, whether they're irregular shaped, so on and so forth, and you can get the full wraparound location and pull down.
Is it all soft?
Yeah, it's an high tensile aluminium, so it's harder than it's very machinable, but it's not soft. I wouldn't say it's soft.
So it doesn't wear?
No. Okay. So dual station jaw set, so you can hold 2 components at once, or do an up 1 or an up 2. And obviously on the multi-locks you can get the adjacent side milling there, so you can hit all 3 faces, or you can mechanically mount a multi-lock onto a 4th axis rotary table, so effectively turning your 3-axis machine into a single pallet horizontal.
Is it double acting?
Yes, it is. So it's independent. So if you're holding 2 components, it'll clamp 1 component first and then the second component after. So when working up on an horizontal, obviously you've only got 1 set of hands. You can take 1 component out and the other one can remain clamped, and then you can take the other component out after. The beauty of this system is it's a modular system, so it comes as standard with dual station jaws. These can be replaced quite quickly, and you can incorporate single station jaw setup. So once you remove the jaw sets, if you're looking to increase the capacity,
I can feel another round of applause.
I do. I can feel it.
If you're looking to increase the capacity, the fixed jaw can be moved to the back and have 1 moving jaw with an extended travel plate, which I haven't got with me here. So it's a dual station unit, a single station unit, but it also can be used as a single 0 point pallet changer. So if you're doing lots of small components that you wouldn't be utilising the space on the quick lock in dual station jaw setup, and there are volume parts, you can mount them onto a 0 point faceplate which repeats within microns, or mount special fixtures onto the 0 point faceplate. So it's extremely modular, and the faceplate will just pull down and repeat within microns. To set the faceplate up, you just got to take out all the lead screw and the grubbins, which I won't get into now.
You've done everything very quickly, so we are impressed.
Don't ruin it. So how popular is this? I mean, how many would you sell of these trick houses in a year?
It's one of our best selling products. We sell literally hundreds of them, Paul.
You know what, I'm quite impressed. You've done all of that all in your Sunday best as well. You're looking very dapper as well. So, mini round of applause.
Never seen him looking any different, actually.
No, actually, no, you're right.
Can we get a photo of you at the weekends in a pair of jeans?
No problem.
Yeah. You know what, I've really enjoyed the fact that as a company, there's so many different brands that you've got, but we've gone into real detail on each of these, so thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Now, there's another brand we want to talk about, and I think you've already spoken to Joe about it, and it's called Tecna MTDCNC.
Giovanni, we've got a magnetic 5-axis solution here. Can you talk me through the process?
Yeah, Joe. This is MillTech from Tecna MTDCNC. This is a magnetic solution for 5th axis machining. Predominantly for medium to large size components. The advantages of this system over, for example, a centric gripper is that you haven't got to leave excess material on the billet, you haven't got to pre-op the billet, and then there's no need for a further operation then to remove the excess material. Not only that, you've got full access to all 5 sides of the component, additional clearance for the spindle, and you can even get under edge machining.
And that's purely held on by a magnet?
Yeah, it's permanent electric magnetism, so that will stay permanently magnetised until you reverse the polarity. And they can also be interfaced with the machine, so if you wish to robot load, it can be interfaced with the machine.
What happens when there's a power cut?
It will stay permanently magnetised until you reverse the polarity.
That's clever. And here we've got a ball nose milling finishing process. What happens if we're roughing? I presume we wouldn't achieve the same results as using the vise.
You'll get better results than using the vise. Because you've got full surface contact area with the magnet, for that particular size, it's 200 by 300 mil square. There's approximately 6 ton clamping force there, pull down. If you're using a vise, you've only got a 2-point location, so you could get vibration. Because of the pull down force, 6 ton, you can hit the parts faster, harder, less vibration.
Okay, so if I tilt it over at 90 degrees on the 5-axis machine, or maybe even a horizontal, you're telling me we can hit that material hard?
Yes, it works exactly the same in theory. It's 6 ton clamping force, and the larger you go, the greater the clamping force. So these magnets go up to 1 metre in diameter. So the greater the surface area covered, the greater the clamping force you'll achieve.
Okay, and this is obviously a 5-axis machine. Straight away I'm thinking mould and die. It'd be great for those, wouldn't it? Yeah,
perfect application for mould and die. But any complex 5th axis component that's of a size above 150 mil square, in my opinion, it's the best solution for that kind of application. You know, like say, saving setup times, cost on additional operations. It's a clean system, no mechanical clamps.
And I know the top's machinable, so we could put some 0-point system in there if we needed to.
Yeah, you can either put the 0-point system into the pole extensions with the introduction of a round and diamond pin set, or you can put them directly into the face of the MillTech magnet. It's new patented technology. That top surface is fully machinable down to a depth of 15 mil. The old technology used to be resin in between the poles, so it wasn't fully machinable in all areas. So, yeah, you can put round and diamond pin sets in for 0-point location, or for robot loading, or if you wanted to put your centric gripper on there to do aluminium work as well. So it does give you a universal system for lots of applications.
So is this likely to replace a 5-axis vise, do you think?
No, it's application specific. The 5th axis vices will be there for smaller work, but in my opinion, for larger metallic work, this is the perfect solution.
Wow, another unique product from yourselves as well.
Thank you. Yeah, Tecna Magneti is something that we became agents for a few years back now, and we believe that it's absolutely perfect for larger applications, vertical lathe applications, large metallic components for 5th axis machines as well. As we've seen on the demonstration, we don't believe there's another better way to do large metallic components. You know, we've got more spindle clearances, shorter, stubbier tools, less vibration again, uniform clamping. So yeah, there's lots of big pluses there with Tecna Magneti, and we're proud to be agents for them.
So we've touched on the brand of Iemca, but let's go into a little bit more detail where Colin is talking to Clive.
Thanks for that, Lindsay. And Giovanni's already made reference to the fact we're the Iemca open house in Faenza in Italy. Now, Clive, can you tell us a bit about the facility first of all?
Yeah, this is a 20,000 square metre facility with a capacity of 2,700 bar feet per year.
Impressive stuff. Now, we're going to do a load of reviews of the machines that will be coming out soon. But what about the Master 80 UP behind us?
Well, this is one of their flagship models. It's perfectly designed and researched for ergonomics and cognitive for operator ease of loading. So you can imagine a 3-metre bar, 80 mil capacity, what the weight of that bar is. So this is the standard model with a 600 millimetre capacity rack. You can have that coming out to 1.8 metres. And so the bars are loaded at the right health and safety height. So it's taken up into the bar feed and loaded into the channel itself.
So I suppose that's key these days, having a lot of bars, because you want to do your 24/7 lights out machining.
Absolutely, and when you take the machine tool, whichever machine tool is connected to, the spindle height of that is absolutely imperative that guys aren't trying to lift the bars up.
Okay, so really Iemca have taken the bar feed and come up with a solution to assist with that machining.
Absolutely, it's the only bar feed in the world with this certification. So it's the first and the only bar feeder. So, and as also they've increased the weight of the guide channel per bar. So for brass bars or heavier bronze bars, it's not a problem. And the setup time on these bar feeders now from bar to bar, running 20 mil to 80, is 1 minute.
Impressive stuff. Clive, thank you for that. Just a brief insight. We're looking forward to going around the open house. Back to you guys in the studio.
Just to finalise, Gio, after doing some research on the company and on your website, you have got catalogues of everything, which is a real plus point for anyone going onto the website. But do you still find that there's a requirement for you yourself to go out and see your customers?
Yeah, absolutely, it's key. One, building relationship with your end users and OEMs, machine tool people is essential, having that relationship, but also to look at somebody's application and to see how their current process, without seeing their current process or seeing how they're manufacturing the components, it's very difficult to establish how you can improve on that. So from going in to see the end users and seeing their current processes is the best way to be able to find the perfect solution for them.
Okay, brilliant. Well, we'll put all the contact details for First Machine Tool Accessories on the screen, so anyone who wants to get in touch, we'll put your details on. And to finalise, thank you for being on the show. So thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. Is that the dirty one?
It's not a dirty one. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Thanks again for watching the show. Now, if you want to watch any previous episodes, click on the links here. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And as we always say, keep those spindles turning.